All right, if you're a researcher, you know the feeling. There's this absolute mountain of a grant proposal standing between you and your next big breakthrough. It can be, well, pretty daunting. But what if you had a new kind of assistant? Something to help you brainstorm, organize, and even write. Let's dive into how AI is completely changing the game for academic grant writing.
The pressure is just immense, isn't it? Whether you're aiming for a national grant or trying to navigate those super complex EU funding proposals, the stakes are just so high, and the workload, it's even higher. You've got literature reviews, budget justifications, the whole nine yards. It feels like a total marathon. And we've all been there, right? Staring at that blank page, just wondering, okay, where do I even start? Well, here's the really good news. You don't have to go it alone anymore. AI is stepping onto the scene, not to replace your brain, but to act as your strategic co-pilot. Think of it as this incredibly efficient assistant that can handle all the tedious, time-consuming stuff, freeing you up to focus on what actually matters, the science.
Now, the key here, and this is super important, isn't to just randomly throw AI at the problem and hope for the best. Nope. It's all about strategically integrating it into your project's lifecycle. So let's break down how you can use AI as a smart partner, right from that first little spark of an idea, all the way to hitting that final submit button. I mean, just look at this. AI can help at literally every single stage. For research and analysis, you can ask a model like ChatGPT to summarize the last 5 years of literature on your topic in minutes. For structuring, you can give it a single-sentence idea and get back a full project skeleton complete with aims, methods, and potential impact. You can even use it for a compliance check. Feed it your project summary and the official call text and ask, hey, how well do these align? And budgeting? Yeah, it can help there too, checking for consistency between your work plan and your financial breakdown. It's like a Swiss Army knife for grant writing.
Okay, so it's also really important to remember that not all AI assistants are created equal. You've got to choose the right tool for the right job. It's like you wouldn't hire a graphic designer to do your statistical analysis, right? The AI model that's brilliant for creative brainstorming might not be the best one for analyzing a dense 50-page document. So let's do a quick flyby of the current landscape. You've got ChatGPT, that's kind of your all-around powerhouse for general writing and logic. But then you have Claude, which has this huge context window. We're talking up to 75,000 words at once. That means you can literally upload your entire draft proposal and ask for feedback on the whole thing. Gemini is fantastic because it's plugged into Google, so it's great for accessing up-to-the-minute info. And Grok, it taps right into the real-time fire hose of X, which is perfect for getting a sense of the current buzz or trends in your field. And beyond those big names, there's this whole world of specialized tools. And this is where it gets really cool. Think of a tool like Research Rabbit. It's been called the YouTube algorithm for papers because it visually maps out the literature for you so you never miss a key study. Or SciSpace, where you can literally chat with a research paper. You can upload a PDF and just ask it, hey, can you explain this complex methodology to me in simple terms? These tools are built by researchers for researchers, and they are absolute game changers. All right, so you've picked your tool, now what? Well, here's the thing. The quality of the answers you get from an AI depends entirely on the quality of the questions you ask. This is what people call the art of the prompt, and honestly, learning how to do it well is essential. Prompt engineering. It sounds super technical, doesn't it? But really, it's just a fancy way of saying you need to give clear, specific instructions. You know, a vague request like, help me with my project, is just going to get you a vague, unhelpful answer. But a really well-crafted prompt? That can unlock the AI's full potential and turn it from a simple chatbot into like a highly specialized consultant. Let me give you a few techniques you can use immediately. The most powerful one, by far, assigning a role. So, for example, a weak prompt would be something like, review my impact section. It's just too vague. A strong prompt would be, act as a critical reviewer for a Horizon Europe grant. Using the official evaluation criteria for impact, analyze the following text for its strengths and weaknesses. The difference in the response you'll get is just night and day. Ask it to do a risk analysis or tell it to reference the exact evaluation criteria from the funding call. This is how you get focused, actionable advice. And that brings us to the most critical part of this whole conversation. With all of this amazing technology at our fingertips, it can be really easy to forget the single most important component in this entire partnership, and that's you. Seriously, let me say that again. Never, ever trust AI blindly. These models can, and they absolutely do,
hallucinate. That means they just make things up. Facts, figures, even citations that look totally plausible but are completely false. Remember, they're built to predict the next logical word, not to pull from a database of facts. So every single thing an AI generates must be verified by you, the human expert. Your critical judgment is completely non-negotiable here. There's this quote from some Stanford researchers that just hits the nail on the head. AI is a phenomenal tool for efficiency. It can summarize, it can rephrase, it can organize like nobody's business. But what it can't do is replicate that spark of human creativity, that deep scientific insight, or that truly innovative idea. That still comes from you. The AI is the assistant. You are the principal investigator. So the big takeaway here is really about a mindset shift. You don't want to view AI as an automaton that you just delegate tasks to, that replaces thought. Instead, you want to see it as a smart partner. A partner enhances thought. Use it to challenge your own assumptions, to brainstorm new angles, to polish your arguments until they shine. It's a collaboration, and that's what makes your final proposal stronger, clearer, and way more compelling. So, as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with a question to think about. Now that you're armed with these strategies and these tools, how are you going to collaborate with this new kind of research partner on your next project? The future of grant writing isn't about machines taking over. It's about harnessing their power to elevate our own human ingenuity. Now get out there and start building that future.